In the next 6 minutes, we're going to get you speaking better Spanish.
Sí, en este video te vamos a hablar de 3 errores que muy probablemente estás cometiendo.
And we're going to tell you how to fix them easily. Ready? So for mistake number 1, we're going to show you 2 sentences, and you have to figure out what's wrong with them.
Y las oraciones son: después de yo, vas tú. Y no puedo vivir sin tú.
Okay, you have 10 seconds to find the mistakes. Did you find them? Before I tell you the answer, let's talk grammar. So, if a pronoun comes straight after a preposition, you need to use what's called a prepositional pronoun instead. And the main difference between a prepositional pronoun and a normal pronoun is that we use me instead of yo and ti instead of tú.
Entonces, ¿vamos a corregir las oraciones o no?
Yeah, so all you have to do is replace yo with me and tú with ti. Why? Because they come immediately after a preposition. Anyway, let's get straight to mistake number 2. And it's actually one that I still occasionally make.
Entonces, vamos a hacer lo mismo. Van a encontrar los errores en estas 2 oraciones. ¿Listos? Ahí les van. Oración número 1. Veo María. Oración número 2. No conozco nadie aquí. 10 segundos.
And there's actually a word missing from both these sentences. We'll show you what it is in a minute. But first, let me introduce you to a little concept called the personal a. So whenever a verb is acting directly on a person, you need to add an a before the person in question.
Y la a personal es lo que falta en estas oraciones, ¿verdad?
Yeah, so our sentences become:
Veo a María y no conozco a nadie aquí. Pero nadie no es una persona. Nadie es nadie.
Yeah, you're right. But in Spanish grammar, it is considered a person. And the same goes with alguien, which means someone. Which is why you can say,
No veo a nadie. No vi a nadie afuera. ¿Conoces a alguien famoso?
but there are a few exceptions. So if you're using nadie or alguien with I, or if they're the subject of the sentence, and usually they're the first word if they're the subject of the sentence, you don't need the a.
No hay nadie aquí. ¿Hay alguien adentro? Nadie sabe qué hacer. Y bueno, error número 3. Es un error que literalmente todos mis amigos extranjeros cometen.
And this time, we're only going to show you one example.
Ahí les va. ¿Cómo me encantan los tacos? Yo también.
You've only got 5 seconds this time. Did you spot the mistake? Yeah, so there's a problem with the yo here. Let me quickly explain why. So, yo también is correct in some situations. In fact, it's your go-to way of saying me too when responding to positive statements. For example,
Salgo de la ciudad casi todos los fines de semana. Yo también.
but if the verb in the sentence you're responding to works like gustar, you're going to need to use a mí instead of yo.
Me encanta pintar. A mí también. Me interesa mucho este curso. A mí también.
So, looking back to our original sentence, you need to say a mí también because encantar works just like gustar.
Y ya es hora de la prueba final. Les vamos a dar 3 oraciones y ustedes las tienen que corregir.
Yeah, and guys, we've also put together a free PDF with all the info from today's video. Just enter your email down below to snag it. Oh, and you'll also be signed up to our fun newsletter, which is really going to help supercharge your Spanish. Anyway, time for the final test. I bet my fave Spanish dictionary that you can't get them all right. Okay, so here are the 3 sentences.
Número 1. Necesito a alguien que me pueda ayudar con esto. Número 2. Me fascina la ciudad. ¿Es tan interesante? Yo también. Número 3. Por tú, estoy dispuesto a hacer lo que sea.
Okay, you've got 20 seconds to think. Alright, let's go through them one by one. If you get them all right, you're officially a Spanish grammar ninja. So, in the first sentence, we need a personal a before alguien, because it's the direct object of the sentence. In the second sentence, we need to replace yo with a mí, because Ana used the verb fascinar in the original statement. And in the final sentence, we need a prepositional pronoun after por. So we just replace tú with ti. Really well done if you got them all right. You're officially a Spanish grammar buff. Oh, and if you want to dive into even more useful Spanish grammar, well, we've made an absolute banger of a video on all things quedar.
Sí, si todavía no sabes por qué se usa quedar en oraciones como me quedó bien bueno, me quedé sin pila y quedó feliz, este video te va a servir muchísimo.
See you there.